Well, it's been a while. We might be on the rusty side of the game. About game for G. It changes a person.
You stupid.
Nah, nigga, I don't know. I'm just bullshitting. Be perfectly honest with you, I'm just bullshitting. Welcome to the 56th episode of the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm the host. This is my brainchild. I'm King David. I provide the questions and a whole lot of answers. Not necessarily the answers that you're looking for, but I do provide some. But I'm only one half of this thing. My co-host, Rebecca Corals, Lady Q, Truth Hurts on one of her
Instagram,
yes, the Instagram. I was gonna say one of your social medias. I know you got the Truth Hurts up there.
Yeah, Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How's that book coming along, my nigga?
Well, within the last month, it ain't coming along at all because I've been sick. So there's that.
So you have
I've been sick for the last month. I haven't done anything because I've been sick. I'm barely making it today. Just to point that out.
I'm sorry to hear that. So you were sick on your birthday. Is that correct?
No, my birthday is on the 2nd. I got sick on the 6th. So it'd be a month and 5 days.
My birthday is on the 3rd. So happy birthday to me. Today is the 1st of February. Quote, White Black History Month. Because, of course, White History.
Oh, my gosh.
White Black History Month only goes from February 1st to February 28th? February.
Yes.
So, happy White Black History Month.
This nigga's stupid.
Even though world history is Black history, history is Black history. There's no history that does not or will not in the future have an African who did it, created it, thought of it, or inspired the person that did it at some point in history. There's no way around it. So you take your little bullshit ass White Black History Month. Now I get it. Back in the day when Carter G. Woodson used the Black History Month, I get why he did it. And of course, he was only working within the limited knowledge that he had. Not to say that he's not one of our great scholars, which he is, but he did not have the information that we are privy to now. So I get it. But now that we know better, we can do better. So, Black History, 365, 24 days a week, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's Black History. Even your motherfucking Santa Claus is black. Yes, I said it. Santa Claus is black. The original Saint Nicholas is, in fact, a black man. He was a patron saint over in one of them little Catholic churches, whatever it is, in Europe. Saint Nicholas, black man. That is where you get Saint Nick, Santa Claus. That's where you get that from. So even Santa Claus, your white, rosy cheek, overweight, bacon, fat back. The origins of Saint Nicholas, black dude. Record?
I have nothing to say to that. I have nothing to add.
I feel that. So like I said, this is the 56th episode of the Social Conscious St. Louis podcast. We've been gone for a minute, but we're back right now, and we got some things that we must talk about. It has been too long, and there's so much fucking going on We can't let it slide. Now, first and foremost, before we get too far, I have to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant for sure. Rest in peace to Kobe. I'm not a sports fan, basketball fan by any means, but
Mm-hmm.
play the game back in the day. Hell, I might pick the Lakers because I know that him and whoever else, but him, he was a dope ass character. So if I played the game and if I picked the Lakers, I knew Kobe was on the Lakers. Like I ain't stupid. So I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not like I don't know about Kobe's impact. I'm just saying, like me personally, I'm not really a sports fan, but like everybody know about the man's his hustle, his grind, his game.
Yeah.
A lot of people say there's Jordan and LeBron, but everybody wants to talk nothing about Kobe. And the reason why they don't want to talk nothing about Kobe is because the white folk be trying to keep that nigga Kobe on the hush because he allegedly raped that white girl that had 27 semen samples in her panties.
Okay, so it was more like 8. It was more like 8, and he was
Eight.
never convicted.
How about
He was-
7 too many?
That's fair. That's fair. He was never even convicted of it, so I don't even understand why it was brought up in the first place. In my opinion, it should have never been brought up.
But white women are saying you can't fuck with a white woman. Ask Emmett Till.
Mm.
I think he died in 1955 because he
Mm-hmm.
allegedly whistled at a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
She was probably
Didn't say hey, hello, nothing. Just whistled at the heifer.
allegedly
Mm-hmm.
have been killed for less.
True.
So I don't believe he whistled at that woman at all. And let's just say he did. That doesn't warrant his death. So they feel like when you come for the white woman, it's a problem. Now he don't care about his white woman. The white man does not care about his white woman.
Mm-hmm.
And these hoes will not be out here on this feminist shit, equal pay, and we should be able to do what we want with our bodies. 53% of women voted for Donald Trump. And all them goddamn white heifers rioted in the streets, I think the next day after he got elected or after he got inaugurated, one of those two, and started straight looting stores and running through the streets like Pamplona and bulls in Spain. Like, what the fuck is the problem? So the
Mm-hmm.
white man does not really care about his white woman. But you not gonna talk about it. It's just like we brothers and sisters, and I might hate your guts, and I don't fuck with you, but ain't nobody else gonna. I might not like you, but I ain't gonna let nobody fuck with you. It's one of those things. But anyways, enough about it.
Yeah.
Kobe's one of the greatest,
Yeah.
obviously. Nigga,
Yeah.
hey, that black mamba mentality, like that's what all niggas talk about. You talking about the dude, like from what I gather, I've been listening to a few people since his passing. Him and his daughter, rest in peace, and the other passengers on the helicopter. For sure.
Yeah.
Condolences to the family. They say dude used to visualize exactly what he finna do on the court before he even do it. Now, if that's true, that's some shit we only see in kung fu movies, where niggas is visualizing fighting and they not really fighting. They might be like sitting in a library somewhere. So if that's true, that would be very interesting. Like on the mental side, like That's crazy. To put that much thought into your game.
Yeah.
But that's
like his work ethic was crazy. His work ethic was crazy. Like, I know they were saying how he used to work out for hours before practice. He'd work out for an hour or two in the gym before practice. Then he would go to practice and then practice after practice. Like he wasn't playing. He wanted, I don't think he just, I personally don't believe he did it just to say he was the greatest. I think he did it because he loved the game. And it's one of those, I'm going to get out what I put in type of things. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online about Kobe and a lot of people paying homage. A lot of people paying homage to him, which is great, but it's almost like, I'm not saying that it doesn't mean anything, but it's almost like, okay, people saying like, you know, shout out to Kobe and his daughter. It's a shame that he lost his life, but it's almost like we can't forget that about the other people as well. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like the response is, well, dang, you know, RIP to Kobe and Gia, but and the other 9 people. Like, those people don't have a name. And let me see, people passed away in Kobe crash. I just kind of feel like, it's like, you know, shout out to the other 9 people. Literally, 3 of those 9 people on that plane was a whole family. It was a mother, a father, and their daughter. And then it was another mother and daughter that was on the plane as well. So it's like, it's not just, you know, RIP to Kobe and the other 9 people. RIP to Kobe and Gianna Bryant. Okay, so what about Peyton Chester? You had like literally 3 of those people on the plane that were family. There was a mother, father, and a daughter, and then you had a mother and a daughter that was also on the plane, including the flight attendant and including the pilot. Like, I'm just saying, they are as, I mean, I get it because they're not famous. Maybe they're not as prevalent and people just group them together. But like, everybody lost somebody there. And it's really hitting people hard. It was videos of LeBron James crying. D Wade did a video. D Wade did a video. And a lot of people was trying to do videos, doing the press and stuff like that. And they could barely get the words out. And it's just another example of, one, you know, don't take this life for granted. Because Kobe was 41, Gianna was 13. And the other people, they weren't there. I don't think it was anybody on that flight that was above 60 years old, if I'm looking at this right. That was over 60 years old. So I say that to say, again, don't take life for granted. And then on top of that, I think it should be an inspiration. Give people their roses while they're here versus waiting till after they die to let the world know how great somebody is to you. That's just my opinion. But, well, I don't know if you want to get into this yet. The news reporter, I don't even know if they fired her. I don't think they will.
I'm talking about Naggers. Nakers. That's what it was. Nakers. Oh, okay. Forgive me. Nakers, huh? Is that what you call it? So
That's what
find
she
the Knicks
said.
and the Lakers on accident. What? What? Knicks, Lakers? Correct me if I'm wrong. When did Kobe play for the Knicks?
Right. You weren't even talking about the Knicks before that happened.
No, she really wanted to say nigga, but she couldn't. But
she said
probably says
she said niggers. It's just that she said niggers. She just knew that it was gonna be some kind of backlash, so she tried to clean it up. I honestly thought that she was going to say that the teleprompter
niggers
was messed up. That's what I thought she was going to say.
Niggers.
Like I thought she was going to say that, but she didn't do that. What she did was worse. 100% worse. Like I thought she was going to say, "Oh, the teleprompter had that," and I just read it verbatim, and then realized it after the fact.
Like
and
Steve Harvey. Like Steve Harvey.
Right.
Ain't this twice now? They done set Steve Harvey up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
But you supposed to be on the good old boy team.
Mm-hmm.
And twice now they done made a fool out of her ass. Miss Fiji. And this Miss Philippine, the one who's supposed to be winning. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Right, it was on the teleprompter. You got a teleprompter and cards in your hand, sir. You ain't paid attention to neither one of them. I'm just saying, like, I thought that she was going to say that, and she didn't even do that. What she did was worse. Oh, I mixed up the Knicks and the Lakers to say Nakers. You tried it. You were talking about the Knicks before or after that. At all. Like, come on. Like, she should have just went the teleprompter route. I'm not saying it would have been any better. I'm just saying that what she did was worse. Now, I haven't heard anything about her being fired or let go, honestly. I haven't. I don't think they will.
But what about that comedian, though? Well, alleged comedian. The dude who was happy.
Fear Sharif.
Whatever his name is.
Oh, what's his name?
Sabir.
Ari Shafir. He claims, but this is the same dude. I don't understand. I'm not saying that people should be outraged. But what I am saying, this is the same dude that on his Instagram page is in blackface as Tupac Shakur. I can't make this up. He posted that 6 days ago. Legit doing blackface with a do-rag tied a rock around his head like Tupac used to wear. And it legit says Tupac Shakur resurrected. So, like, when you have stuff like that, it don't surprise me. But his apology was piss poor. Honestly, he didn't apologize. He really didn't. He did a 9-page post on Twitter and then posted it to his Instagram. And honestly, it wasn't an apology. None whatsoever. Not in the slightest. It was basically him saying that his fans have come to know that the jokes are inappropriate and that he always does this every time a celebrity dies, and that he was giving the fans what they wanted. He was like, some of his fans were asking him where the post is about something inappropriate when Kobe passed away, and he just felt like he was giving his fans what they wanted. And honestly, and of course, you can't comment under the post at all, of course. But he's trying to say that basically it's become a ritual for him and it's just jokes. I kind of feel like this whole thing was just saying, oh, well, y'all just need to relax. It was just a joke. You know, a child dying is horrible. He died was horrible. and all that. Then he ends it to say RIP Kobe and F the Lakers. Like, my thing is, dude, it's not surprising, to be honest. It really isn't surprising at all. And I just think it's all in poor taste. I just think it's in poor taste. I do think you need to be touched for sure. Boy, the way you chewing this spaghetti and garlic bread that Kathy done made for you, you eating like you just got out of jail.
First of all, it's not spaghetti. It is chicken teriyaki, okay?
Whatever,
and
nigga. Your last meal.
Second of all.
Fire, ain't it?
Looking like goddamn me, Miss Pac-Man. Let's not go there now.
I'm good with it.
Don't be mad because you ain't got a boot thing cooking for you. Ain't you got a whole ass living in your house? Speak on it, Rebecca.
I don't need nobody cook for me right now. I'm sick anyway, and I'm damn sure not cooking for myself.
But if your nigga, who was a chef, came and brought you some soup a month and a half ago, you would be well right now.
Not necessarily true, nigga. I got a cabinet full of soup, and that shit ain't working.
It ain't no
I have
homemade soup. Campbell's is not made with love.
I got vitamins. I got elderberry syrup. I have tea and all types of stuff. And yeah, that's not necessarily true. Nothing's working. Benadryl, nothing's working.
Have you had a good bowel movement lately?
Nigga, shut up.
You know, that always seems to help me feel better if I just pass.
That ain't working either, nigga. It's not working. Nothing's working. I'm gonna have to ride this one out. But you killing that food over there. She must did a good job.
Just a little quick something to put together. It tastes good. I ain't mad. I added the garlic bread myself. It has been sitting up in the freezer for a little while. So I was like, I want some bread to go with this, and we didn't have no
regular bread.
Like, you know, Asian equivalent of some bread. I don't know.
I was waiting on you to do one of these. Like I was waiting.
I mean, I'm still not finished. That's why I be putting my shit on mute so you can't hear all the lip smacking be going on in the back.
I ain't got to hear it. I can see all of it.
But they can't see it though. Nigga was hungry. Got finished today cleaning up the apartment. Finally.
I'm sure.
So now me and my partner supposed to get together, move the rest of this stuff around to the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be it, G.
But yeah, what was saying? Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, for sure. Rest in peace to everybody. From what I understand, now I don't know how true this is. I seen one news source, maybe it was MSNBC, that said that the pilot did not have clearance to fly because it was so foggy in LA. Even grounded all the ghetto birds, all the LAPD choppers. They grounded for those. The dude was hovering for like 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He got too close to the mountain, and things happened. Let me go on the record by saying that not everything is a conspiracy.
Oh my gosh. Already, niggas couldn't wait. Couldn't wait.
It was.
Come on, Umar.
The pharmaceutical companies. The lawsuit from 2015.
Come on, Umar.
They are the ones that killed Kobe.
Uh-huh.
Like, bro, people really believe in this shit?
Yeah, they do. They believe it.
You hear that nigga on the Breakfast Club? Now, I know we said we wasn't going to talk about this nigga no more, but on the Breakfast Club, it was 7/20/16. that Meek Mill got released from jail, and it was 7/20 on the 16th day of the 7th month that Bill Cosby got indicted in Philadelphia.
Yo.
Nigga, where you be coming up with this shit at? Stop.
Man, what? Who knows?
And I'm so glad that most people was like, nigga, you full of shit. Like, come on now, stop it. Well, where's your school, nigga? Where's your school? It's the only thing I want to know. Where's this school at in Wilmington, Delaware? This FDMG male and female school. Where's the school? Well, he bought schools. He just need money for renovation. I thought he said schools didn't need no work. And even if they did, like, you need to start where you can afford. Let's just say they did buy the schools.
True.
You're going to be working for another 20 years trying to get this damn school up.
Yeah, true.
At least he got it open. One school in 30, 40 years. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, my nigga. I don't believe he got no school. I'll be honest with you. I don't believe he got it.
Not at all.
I seen the little tour he did through the facility. It was like, oh, okay. That's nice. But you know what? I understand. The Prince of Africanism, a.k.a. Big Papa, a.k.a. the descendant of Frederick Douglass, a.k.a. Marcus Garvey's great-great-grandson. He preached.
Yo, yeah.
Oh, let me not say that. He speaks in a way that speaks to black people's souls, like has to do to you on Sunday morning.
Oh, so basically you say he sound like a Baptist preacher. Okay, go ahead.
He do. I am the third descendant of Frederick Douglass on my uncle's brother's side.
Uncle, brother, daddy, cousin, auntie, grandmama, sister,
Like, oh,
mama.
Man, he sounds so good. I have studied all of the works of Marcus Garvey. Then he repeated himself. I have studied all the works of the great Marcus Garvey. And let me tell you, like it's almost like he cutting promos for the WWE. Let me tell you something, brother. You gotta eat vitamins and goddamn Wheaties, brother. Like
Yo, I'm done.
he when he speak, he make you feel so good. But then after you realize that your panties is off and your coochie is wet and this nigga zipping up your pants, do you realize that you got fleeced?
By a well-talking nigga.
You got fucked.
Yeah.
he got that tongue, boy. He got that tongue.
Wow, good talking nigga. That's all you got, educated nigga.
He talks so good.
He's making his money off of scamming his own people.
And black people will be getting excited. Yes, sir, Reverend. Stay right there, Dr. Umar. How much you need? I'll give you some money.
Boy, you stupid.
Open the school. Get school open. That's all we ask of you. We don't care about the stripper. We don't care about the rest of the money that you done embezzle.
At all.
We don't care what you do, nigga. Only thing we want for you, Dr. Umar, is for you to open your schools. That is it. If you open your schools, that is going to be the equivalent of LeBron James winning a championship with the Lakers. We don't really like you, but goddamn it, you won this championship with the Lakers, so we got to fuck with you, Brian. You finally brought a championship back to LA. Oh my God. This kid. That's yo boy.
I don't know his name.
Speaking of yo boy,
Mm-hmm.
yo boy, Puffy, Sean Puffy, P. Diddy,
Yeah.
P. Diddy Combs has been put on blast on Front Street.
Yep.
Mace called this nigga down to the altar. The altar call was sound, and he pulled that nigga up to the front. Come on, nigga. It's time for altar call.
Mm-hmm.
He brought that nigga up to the front of the congregation.
Yes, he did.
Mace, like, P. Diddy went on the pre-Grammys. I think it was like a Grammy award after party or something like that. But either way, he received this award. And, Diddy is talking about black excellence in regards to like this Meek Mill. Meek Mill had posted something on Twitter. I forget something about like it was about like black boys, rappers, young black rappers from the whatever, getting fleeced with these contracts and shit on their rap deals. Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say, bad boy, baby, we need to stick together, black excellence, and whoop-de-whoop. I'll hear another one of them talking good game. He talk a gang of shit. And always been rumors. We have always heard rumors since the early 90s. There's always been rumors about Diddy's bad business dealings with his artists.
Yep. That's true.
But Mace had to come up and say, like, hey, you want to talk about black excellence? Well, why don't you start with yourself, brother? In 1990, what was it, 4 or 5? He bought Mace's publishing for like $25,000.
Yep, I remember.
Mace offered him $2 million to buy his publishing back. Publishing, that's your masters. That's how you eat. As long as you have your masters, anytime your record gets played, you get paid. He want his masters back. He like, hey, bro, I'll give you $2 million. You bought it for $25,000, and P. Diddy like, no, you got to match this European. If this European and pay, I ain't selling it to you. So Mace like, oh no, nigga, hold the fuck, who the fuck you think you talking to? I will tear all of this shit down. Me. Put his ass on, and it was another one. It was another dude who came out and had spoke out against Diddy, saying, thing. So now you're opening up the floodgates. Hashtag me too, Diddy.
Yeah, I think you posted it on your Facebook page. If I'm mistaken, if I can get to it. Yep, there it is. It was the real Sauce Money.
Yeah.
Said just watched at Diddy Icon Acceptance at the Recording Academy, and I can honestly say I respect the message just not coming from him. He practices the same backdoor politics against his own people, him and his friend Jay-Z. If the Grammys on the clock, then y'all are too. Can you imagine how many Maces there are out here? People that have been wrong for years or too afraid to speak up or fear or further backdoor politics, so scared to be labeled a hater or clout chaser because these guys have money, stature, and public adoration. Everybody ain't a hater. Some people are just tired of the hypocrisy. I am all for black excellence regime, but I'm sure the people want to be led the right way. by the right people. Ed King James gives that same speech, and I'm all in. Time for being con man is over. We see through all that shit. Your smug, high-handed, let them eat cake attitude is not going unnoticed. Remember, everybody ain't scared of y'all. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And this was at, let me see, the real Sauce Money at Sauce Money on Instagram. But people been talking about P. Diddy's shady business practices for years. Like, this ain't nothing new. It's nothing new. And I don't know how he talking. And you know what? I'm not going to say I don't know how, because I guess I get it. Because from a certain standpoint, like, you might hear that somebody got shady business practices, but you may be thinking like, well, I could just kind of use him to get in the game. How he going to use me? But it never works out well. People like that are always a few steps ahead. It's sad, but it's true.
You're not going to go up against him. He got an army of lawyers, accountants, publicists on staff. Come on now.
True.
You cannot deal with him from an artist standpoint. Would I do business with Diddy? I would. The nigga do be making some smart business decisions. But just know that you not friends.
True.
Yes. But truth be told, if you look at the nigga's roster, what happened to the band? What happened to the first band? What happened to Danny Kane? What happened to Day 7?
Yeah.
Craig Mack, Black Rob. Faith Evans really didn't even do too much. She definitely did not have the career that she could have. Mace. But I guess that's why they say you never sign to an artist. Because the artist will always want all the shine. I don't know how true it is, but in this case, it kind of stands. Want to be all up in the video, all on stage. Come to death.
Yeah, that's on the Suge Knight side of the game.
Hell yeah. Ain't he locked up? I think he locked up. Speaking of locked up, Terry Crewes' manhood is still in lockdown.
Boy, you stupid. I really don't understand what's going on with that, because anytime I try to find something, it seems like it's hard. You know what I mean?
He
I don't understand what's going on with
of them boys that touched his penis. So, before we necessarily get on Terry Crews, because I know we really haven't. I don't think we talked about Terry Crews in the first episode, so it's been a while. Sherry Crews. That's my nickname for him, Sherry Crews. We gotta go back to Nick Cannon. Remember, Nick Cannon was with, what was it, America's Got Talent? BT. Nick Cannon was the host of America's Got Talent for a number of years. And didn't your boy do a whole stand-up special that the executives at NBC got mad at him, was like, hey nigga, you got to take that shit down. And Nick Cannon like, yo, for what? Why? If you don't take that shit down, you can't do this show. Because whatever joke he told hit a little too close to home. So they got mad. Cannon, niggas, he's a boss. He got a million opportunities, a million things going on. He like, I'll go ahead and leave. That's cool. Then your girl, Gabrielle Union, decides to start working for America's Got Talent. Rightfully so. You need a job, that's steady money. I feel you. Gabrielle and her handlers had a problem. Well, Gabrielle didn't have a problem. Gabrielle was wearing her natural hair like she should have. Now, I don't agree with all that sissifying and stuff that they doing over there to that boy. But Sister Girl wanted to wear her hair natural, and she did for a few shows, if I'm not mistaken. And they come and told her, like, well, your natural hair isn't acceptable. And we need to do something about it. We need you to do a permanent shit or something. Put a wig on. She's like, well, I think I should show my natural hair. And, you know, I don't have all the details, you know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure she was, just the fact that you are willing to stand up against your bosses because you wanted to wear your hair the way God created it to be, instead of like bone straight.
Yeah.
You wanted to do your natural, probably some braids and a couple of things. I feel that. Go for it. But the thing is, they terminated her contract. This is unruly, nigga. We got to get rid of her. She want to have a nappy mane. She wants to have her wild lion mane on national television. She wants to look very black ethnic. We can't have that. We terminate the contract.
Ain't no way she gonna have her nigga naps on our broadcast.
Nigga naps. Oh Lord.
You never heard that term? I've heard it before.
Never heard them before. Nigga naps.
I've heard it before.
That's a new one. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Let's go back to when Terry Crews was on the Me Too side of the game.
Okay.
When that white man, that white agent, molested that nigga's balls and fondled all over that big black dick here. When Terry Crews finally came out, it was like, yo, I got molested by this man, and you know, I don't feel safe, and I feel vulnerable. Gary was one of the women, black women, to come to his defense. She came to that man's defense. She rode for that man. And we say, everybody wants to say that black women don't ride for the black men, black, white. Come on, stop that bullshit. Black women have always been riding for black men. Always. Even when the niggas don't be right. Hell, mine be riding the fuck out of me. And I'm cool with that. I am perfectly fine with that. When my better judgment says push this shit away, it's easier just to go back to the way I do things. She sitting there like, nigga, no. I'm not going. So, you know, you gotta have a black woman on your side. Honestly. And so she defended him, even though I guess I get it. You know, it's coming from a woman. It's not coming from a man. So coming from a woman, it's gonna be sympathetic, empathetic. Hey Terry, I feel you. This thing happens. Men get molested too. I'm glad you came out and said something, my brother. I got you back. If you need anything, call me. Me and the way to be at the home sipping mimosas. But Mr. I'll do anything for that bag gets asked a question directly pertaining to his friend who rode with him when he didn't have nobody in his corner. Well, I've never seen any sort of racism from America's Got Talent. As a matter of fact,
Wow.
this is the most diverse place that I have ever worked for. Like you could just tell, like you could just tell somebody wrote that form. Here, nigga, say that shit. Tell them
Just say
probably
this. Right,
they holding up the cue
right.
cards in
Right.
front of them. Terry, say say you.
You know what
Do
you
you
gotta
want
do.
that new movie? Do you want that new movie? Then you better say this goddamn shit that's on this paper, nigga.
That's crazy.
You know that's what they do. It's almost like selling oops insurance. Back in the day, the mob, pick your mob, it doesn't matter. But the mob used to sell oops insurance to the neighborhood. And back
Mm-hmm.
insurance is you have to pay us a tiny fee for us not to fuck up your shit on accident.
Right.
So if you pay us, you can continue to eat. If you don't pay us, we're gonna tear up your shit and you're gonna start losing money.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? They feel like they have to comply. So Terry Crews sitting here reading off of this teleprompter. This is the most diverse place I have ever worked. Was that good, boss?
Right.
Did I do good, master?
I do good. Man.
And then when people check you on it, you like, I don't owe nothing to nobody. I don't do this and that, and I don't know no explanation to my daughters. Only person
See,
I
that's the
answer
part I
to
heard.
is my wife.
That's the part I heard. The only person he had to satisfy is his wife, and his wife was like,
My
well, why does he
wife.
have to come out and say anything at all? That's the part I heard.
You know why? Because you feeling guilty. Like whole ass niggas can do. You was feeling guilty about your shit. You knew you was wrong. Nigga, you knew you sold your sister under the bus.
Yeah.
Paper. We know how Terry Crews get down. He is a whore for that money. Because he doesn't have any fucking talent. Let's just be perfectly honest with you. Terry Crews is not that talented. He's semi-funny, but he's not like, you cannot put Terry Crews in a movie as a leading man.
No, it'd be weird.
He not that talented. Who gonna go see that shit? There could be a fucking Tarzan movie featuring Terry Crews as Tarzan, and they still wouldn't go see that shit. He's a supporting actor. He's a great supporting actor. You know,
Yeah.
he don't write, he don't produce, he doesn't direct,
True.
he doesn't do anything. So his cash flow is extremely limited. So he'll do anything for that money. And that's how most slave rebellions were stopped. Most slave rebellions were stopped by a nigga like Terry Crews.
Afraid of being poor.
It's about me. Fuck everybody else. It's about me. Oh, master, them slaves getting ready to revolt. Thank you, baby. Them slaves getting ready to go revolt, master. Tomorrow night. I think you should do something. Ooh, yes. Master gonna bring me on up into the house. Master gonna give me some money. He gonna give me some pay. The niggas. Fuck them field niggas. I want to get into the house. And Terry Crews is in the house and he wants to stay in the house. If he go back in that field, he gonna start. And he gonna fade away into obscurity.
That's what he afraid of. He afraid of being poor. He afraid of his wife gonna leave him. That's what I think.
And did you hear that ancient Flint, Michigan proverb?
What?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna give the exact quote. But homeboy said something to the effect of, just because you're a hen and you give me an egg doesn't mean that I have to give you my bacon because I'm a
Mm.
pig. Ancient Flint proverb. Ancient Flint, Michigan proverb.
He said his wife gave him wings.
You're the wind beneath my wings.
Terry Crews Twitter reminds
Did you
Terry
ever
Crews
know
his
you're
wife.
my hero?
You stupid. I'm playing. I'm not doing this with you. Not at all. No, sir. Not at all. We're not gonna do this. Mm-mm.
Cause you're the wind beneath.
Can't even get it out with your dumb ass. Can't even get it out. That's sad. Can't even get it out. You know you on some bull crap. You know it.
I don't ask nobody but my wife.
He said, Twitter responds, Terry Crews is not just his wife who's giving him wings after BS tweet seemingly directed at Gabrielle Union. Here it is. That's what said ancient Flint, Michigan proverb. It says, while America's Got Talent, this article is by Lauren Richardson by way of blackviddy.com. America's Got Talent host Terry Crews is receiving online blowback for a wayward need to assert that he only needs to protect his wife after throwing Gabrielle Union under the bus. While many were still mourning the late Kobe Bryant, the former Everybody Hates Chris actor sent a tweet described by him as an ancient Flint, Michigan proverb. I'm a hog, you're a chicken. Just because you gave me eggs don't mean I owe you bacon. Ancient Flint, Michigan proverb. I'm a hog, you're a chicken. Just because you gave me eggs don't mean I owe you bacon. The so-called proverb read, infer as you may, it's worth noting that Union backed Crews in 2017 when he allegedly was assaulted by a Hollywood agent. I'm going to skip through a lot of that because ain't nobody got time. Okay, there is only one woman. Crews decided to fan the flames to astronomical levels with his ode to his longtime wife, Rebecca King Crews. There is only one woman on earth I have to please, and her name is Rebecca, the tweet states. In the same tweet, Crews also said, not my mother, not my sister, my daughters. I will let their husbands, boyfriends, partners take care of them. There is only one woman on earth I have to please. All right, Crews. Last Friday, Union is married to NBA, blah, 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 blah. See, the last line of Crews' tweet paralleled this message from the former AGT host. Crews said his wife Rebecca gives him wings in an obvious slight to Union's Friday tweet. Union, who is married to him, thanked people in her corner and said their support gives her wings. Oh, that's why they said it was a diss. Because Gabrielle Union came back and said after that tweet, she said that her fan support gives her wings. Terry Crews comes back and says that his wife gives him wings. One would think this was a different Crews than the one that said Black women were the only ones who had his back after he spoke out about being sexually assaulted. Twitter chopped his ass up. I'm looking at some of these tweets and they chopped him up. Terry, we need you to support us the way we supported you. Yo, man, you don't honor your wife by using her as a shield to avoid responsibility for throwing other Black women under the bus. Wow. Yeah, Twitter chopped him up. But I get it now. I get it. Yeah, Crews doing too much. Charlamagne the God gave him Ducky today, too.
Donkey of the motherfucking decade, nigga. How about that?
It's enough sense. I promise.
It's obviously that he's traumatized by his experience of getting molested. You want this role, you want these roles, don't you, Terry?
Uh-huh.
You want these roles, don't you? I know, don't say nothing like a good little boy.
It's sad, ain't it?
No, it ain't. He chose to do that. He chose to do that.
That's true. But as a black woman, it's sad to see a black man take that route. To me, it's sad.
It's true. I get you.
Cause it's like, damn, bro, you that big and you still a punk. Like you still cooning. You tapping the soles off them damn shoes.
Okay. So
Cool train is coming.
With that Bible verse that says that you cannot worship God.
Two masters.
Either you will hate the one and love the other.
That is correct.
Or you will love the one and you'll hate the other. Well, no, that's not what I'm looking for. It's like you cannot serve like man and mammon or something like that. Like basically you can't serve God and money.
Mm-hmm. You can't have two masters.
Terry's God is money. It's money. What God is varies from person to person. Everybody's version of God is different.
Here it is, Matthew 6:24.
Speak on it.
Nobody serve two masters, for either he will
Read
hate
from the
one
brochure, brother.
and love the other. Shut up, or else he would hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Matthew 6:24. I agree with you on that. I agree. Go ahead. I agree.
So basically, you'll do anything with some paper. Because money is your God. That's who you aspire to be.
Okay.
Instead of actually inspiring to be God. The Muslims look at it, you know, you want to see Allah, you want to be as close to Muhammad as possible. Christians feel that I want to be Jesus-like. Conscious people feel like they are God. They are the universe and everything is connected. When you're searching, or when you're living let's just say when you're living for different principles, things tends to not seem as important. Like is one of those things, for instance. Though it seems the less that you think about money and just try to be the best person that you can be, doing what you love to do, the money will come.
True.
The money will come. I love running my business. More Lawns, LLC. The finest in precision lawn care, landscaping, land care in St. Louis. You can check us out, Facebook and Instagram, More Lawn St. Louis. Shameless plug. But I'm G. And I know that there's some serious do-re-mi coming my way. Because I have a passion for it. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I enjoy doing it. Money's going to come to me. Terry's not one of those people. That's all he thinks about is money. If that's all you're obsessed with, then that's what your whole life is going to revolve around instead of the higher things. Enjoying life. Enjoying something as simple as a walk. Be at peace. I feel like if money is your God, You truly be at peace, because if money's your God and you aspire to be God, then do you ever take time to not think about money?
That's a great question. That's a great question. I personally think Terry Crews is afraid of being broke. And I say that because I was watching a documentary him and his wife was a part of called Black Love. And he was talking about how broke he was and how she chose to love him anyway through it. But at one point she did break up with him because he was out there just doing some fuck shit.
Oh, Lord.
But she still chose to take him back. But how he was sleeping out his car, and he asked to marry this woman, he had no money. And I think that could be that's a driving force for a lot of people who get that money, they get that fame, and they get that money, and they hold on to it. Master let you on the plantation, you doing whatever you can to stay on it. You don't care if it goes against your morals, your ethics, your manhood. You don't care. You're gonna do it. That's why I think we're here. That's why I think Terry Crews is at, because I think he knows that he ain't nobody knocking down his door like they was once before. You know what I mean?
They never knocked down his door.
But I think he was getting a little bit more business than he was before he came out and snitched or told his story about what happened to him at that Hollywood party.
Snitch.
Now, I think that Hollywood is like, he too hot. We ain't gonna mess with him. He too hot. I think they're probably thinking of him as a liability, in my opinion. So he's doing whatever he can to stay relevant. He's scared of being broke.
Yeah.
He ain't getting no commercial deals like that no more. Not at all.
No, he had his moment.
They talking about him around the table like, oh, I think Terry would be great for this, but he had that situation. Yeah, we don't want that problem. Well, let's go on to the next one. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they do. And the reason how I know that's how they do, because I see how they do it in corporate America. They do the same thing in corporate America. I just sat around for tables around people who might have had one small hiccup, nothing major. They are great for a position. And I'm like, hey, I think this would be great. Look at their resume, their experience, what they do here, the numbers are great. Well, they had that one hiccup. I don't know if that'd be a good look for us. We might want to just pass on that. What about that? I mean, it's Hollywood. But I think that's where Terry is at, in my opinion. But them tap dancing, she was getting a little old, bro.
See, this is why it's important to have businesses. I don't know. I don't know if Terry has businesses. He might have some businesses, probably not enough to sustain his current lifestyle. But I mean, you need to budget your money, Brother Terry. You need to budget your money, because that little white Hollywood money is not going to be around for much longer. And with the business money that you're getting, hopefully he got some stuff that can sustain his current lifestyle, or maybe a little bit less. That drought's coming. Because again, he's not that talented. So I mean, outside of what next Friday or Friday after next,
Mm-hmm.
and what
He did Old Spice commercials. He
Old
did,
Spice and Expendables.
and he did another show called Nine or something like that. It was on CBS for a while. I can't think of the name of that show.
Now he was funny on White Chicks. The nigga was funny on White Chicks. But other than that,
I can't think of it.
I can't rock with dude.
Oh, did you do Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah, he did that.
Arrested Development, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Flop.
So,
Major flop.
did a couple other commercials, appearances. That's about it. That's about it. So, how do you think that looks as far as like Black community? You know what I mean? Like, as far as like how Black women already feel like Black men don't protect them.
That is true. That is definitely true.
So, do you think this kind of hurts or help that?
You know what? I think ones that are stuck in their position, I think they're gonna make a big fuss about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think some women are gonna try to use this as an example of, well, Black women ain't never get the support from Black men, and there's definitely some validity to that.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot say that there's not. There's definitely some validity to that. Uh, I think that our community, without going into detail, I think our community is just at a place where we're so broken, so battered, so tattered, so torn, so brainwashed and blindfolded.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that we really know how to really support each other and stick with one another simply based off of everything that has happened to us. Like,
Uh-huh.
there was slavery, and then after slavery, there was Reconstruction.
Uh-huh.
After the Reconstruction, which Black people didn't get nothing, came Jim Crow, and Jim Crow gave way to civil rights.
True.
Civil rights gave way to crack. Crack
Uh-huh.
gave way to mass incarceration. The war on drugs. DEA task force.
Yeah.
Contra scandal. The whole nine, excuse me. So I think that I think we just jacked up, you know.
Uh-huh.
Now, granted, if we had a place where white supremacy did not exist, and we could be left to our own devices and build our own Black Wall Streets and be left alone,
Yeah.
I think that just because of who we are the chosen, the Hebrew Israelites, we the children of Israel, we everything. We're the African originals. We gonna heal each other, honestly. All it takes is just a few generations, like 2 or 3 generations, seeing the same thing over and over again. So if we have
Uh-huh.
generations of like nothing but prosperity and positivity, nigga, it's a wrap. A lot of that go away. But same time, we cannot act like there's not a other side to it where you have uh, these women who support the wrong man. You
True.
got a, what was that? Did Gail win the lottery? Was it the lottery or she got a settlement check or something? You
I
know
got
who I'm talking about. You
that
know who
story.
I'm talking
Figured
about.
out. She
But
was
anyway,
on Inyala Van Zant.
yeah. So she was on one of them little shows. She had a settlement check or she won the lottery or something. And her boyfriend was in jail.
Marie Holmes.
And she bailed him out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, she won $188 million. And one investment she made was to bail out her boyfriend, Lamar McDowell, who is in prison on $3 million bond on a drug charge. And the crazy part about that situation is, Buddy still had to go to jail. Turned himself in on Iyanla Vanzant show.
Because he did some more dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, women make bad decisions. Men make bad decisions. People make bad decisions. But society has made women be in a place, put on a pedestal to where they feel like they're infallible, especially in the black community, where they will give a black woman resources and a pass before they will a black man, as to separate the black man and black woman. So, working at the same job as you, Rebecca, longer, know more about the job and more qualified, but they'll hire you over me, and thus they want to make you the plantation mammy of the office. This is how these things work. That is ultimately what they want. But there are a lot of few females who make bad decisions. I'm just be perfectly honest with you. I used to see them come through the grocery store all the time. Multiple kids, you ain't got a nigga around.
I know a couple of them.
But again, it's multi-sided. Like you can go down the rabbit hole. You can say, well, you got babies raising babies, and you got this, and you got that. There's a number of reasons. The reason why we fucked up. But one of the things that I have an issue with is these lies being spread by individuals with these platforms, aka what's her name, Loni Love.
Oh my God, she gets on my
Ain't that
nerves.
your girl?
No, ain't
Why
my
is
girl.
you
She gets on my damn nerves.
why is you always dissing black men? See, this is what I don't understand. You say that ain't no black man riding for you, but every time we see you open up your big fat mouth, you dissing a black man. All the good black men is in jail. How you figure that?
And how you know?
Where'd you get that from? That all the good black men are in jail? I know several good black men who are married, engaged, relationship, single. I know several good black men. Old, young, middle aged. And St. Louis is hella small. So where is you getting all this information from? That, well, all the good black men are in jail, and it's the black man trying to oppress us, and it's always the black man's problem, and the black man doesn't stick up for us, the black man doesn't do this, and ain't no black man checking for you, baby. That's all it is. There ain't no black man checking for you. And I see why. I see why ain't no black man checking for her. She got a whole attitude about this. It's almost like she doesn't want to be black.
You think so?
I don't know. But I know she always denouncing the black man. And don't you have a white husband or a white fiance that you're supposed to be happy with? If you're happy with your new boo and his new white family and your new white family, wouldn't it stand to reason that you would stop bashing black men? Or is it something deeper to it? Does she hate black men, Rebecca? What is her problem? And the thing is, didn't she just say the other day that all black men cheaters, all black men are cheaters, black men cheat? Something about black men cheating.
Oh, let me see if I can find that for you.
Adrian, yeah, but pull up the information. Wasn't it Adrian by line? When I heard she jumped in, was like, well, I think it's just, culture or something. Because black men.
Adrian Byline was trying to save her. And was like, well, not necessarily just black men, but just saying like she think it's everyone across the board in every culture. And you know how Loni Love do, she gotta overtalk people. I hate that. That girl gets on my nerves. See, Loni Love.
She's the Stephen A. of the talk world.
Wonder if I can find. I ain't saying she might be getting fired. But you know they got the other girl, Loni Love.
Loni wishes she was Meghan Markle. That's all it boils down to.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm gonna find it.
She just not happy. She just don't seem like she happy. I feel like she one of them people that she feel like she was white. If she was white, she would be happy.
She said Loni Love is basically saying that black men aren't really capable of having loyal relationships because of slavery.
There you go. That's what it was.
And I was trying to find the clip that she did from The Real. That's what I was looking for, but I ain't trying to have nobody say it's copyright infringement because The Real they don't like blogs and podcasts. Her and Tamara Mari has a huge issue with that because we don't report the facts according to what they say. Saying that black men are not faithful to black women, and that I'm gonna see if I can just find the transcript. I know I can. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, just find the transcript. Copyrights and all.
Yeah, you know how they go.
The whole video down for 5 seconds worth of information.
For real. Or it's capable. Let's see. Loni Love response to backlash was saying black men are not capable. Willie D had a comeback for that too. It was hilarious. Because she called it hilarious. Loni Love says black men struggle with being in faithful relationships because of the conditioning effects of slavery. This is via may not be one of the laws you like, but it is via Baller Alert by Raquel Harris. The Real hosts were discussing Joe Budden's recent comments on Kevin Hart's new personal Netflix. Kevin Hart don't F this up in their latest girl chat. Budden shared that he understood why Hart cheated, saying Hart's work ethic led him to infidelity. He works really hard. I can work harder. Like I can see how people cheat. And thinking about how hard he works, sometimes you're not home for 10 seconds in a day for however many days. And as a man, I can understand how that can be difficult. I know how I was feeling just going to work, have a minute. I was going to work and spending very little time at home. Let's see, scroll past. Here we go. Okay, so however, Love felt Budden's words and Hart's actions to be the result of the hardships Black men faced during slavery. She claimed that once Black men reach a certain level of success and power, they feel they can treat women in any way they feel, including being unfaithful. I don't speak for the Black community, but I do think that a lot of men, I do think that a lot of Black men, they really don't know how to have true, faithful relationships, Love said. They think because they have money, they have power, that they can treat women any kind of way. Adrian Balan chimed in and said infidelity is something all races are capable of committing. I think sadly in so many cultures that is the whole thing. That's the whole machismo thing that goes across the board, Adrian said. Love replied that she feels cheating isn't an all across the board issue. No, it's not across the board, because that is happening. What is happening is that we are still dealing with the point of slavery, Loni continued. And we are descendants of slavery. And because our families were broken, we still don't have an idea of how to have togetherness because our families were broken up. The program's newest host, Amanda Seal, supported Loni's views, of course, by saying infidelity within the Black male community also stems from welfare reform in the 1960s and 70s. While there are many people who may agree with Love, several people share that they felt Love's comments were ignorant, discriminatory, and flat out wrong. People also mention her having a white boyfriend and speaking on Black men is problematic. At Loni Love, next time you use your platform to uplift Black men, don't bash them. They go through enough already being Black men. It's people like you who give us real sisters a bad name. Cause you got a Chad, you think you made it. You should see how you look, mammy. A Twitter user, end quote.
Looking like a mammy. I didn't say it. They said it. Looking like a whole mammy. So what are your thoughts, Rebecca? As a Black woman, do you feel that Black men stick up for Black women? I just want to get your honest opinion. How long have you been a Black woman, Rebecca? For 35 years?
White school, I said white school. In high school, they call me white girl. So if you ask any of them, I've probably only been Black for the last 10 years, okay?
Well, what does it say on your birth certificate?
Now, according to my birth certificate, and according to how I identify, I've been Black my whole life. I think Loni Love is stupid. I really think that she should just shut up. You cannot speak for the Black community and then try to speak for the Black community. That's almost like somebody saying, I ain't got a problem with you, but my problem is, that means you have a problem with me. That's how I equate that to Loni Love. Like, don't sit there and say, oh, well, I don't speak for Black. I can't speak for the Black community, but then you go on and you speak for the Black community. Like, you got to pick a side. I never heard Loni Love. It's just my opinion. Maybe there could be some other footage out there that I'm not aware of. Maybe that's the case. But I never heard Loni Love speak so harshly about Black men until she started dating the white dude she dated. That's all I'm saying.
You're going to hell.
Now, what I can say is, I can't agree with you. I can't agree with her. Like, every Black man that I know of in my life has stood up for me in one way, shape, or form. Even when I come to St. Louis, I am highly protected. That I can say. I'm not saying that
you got street credibility.
I'm not saying but I'm not saying I'm this damsel in distress, because I'm far from that. But what I am saying is, the Black men that I'm around when I come in town would never let nothing happen to me. So much so, like, even when I'm with my friends, if I get out the parking lot, if we go to a gas station, I get out the car, the men in the car get out the car. They watch me go in, and they watch me come out. Like it's literally just like that. Like and maybe that's just me. Maybe it's my personality. Maybe that's whom I chose to like, whom I've attracted. I've always had men around me that protected me, one way, shape, or form. People can say what they want, but including Regis. If we go to a gas station and he don't just sit in the car, we both get out. He watched me go in, or he comes with me and he watched me come out. And my door is still opened when I get in the car and when I get out the car. And that's even when I come to St. Louis with my friend. So I can't say, like, I even asked Marcus recently when I came to St. Louis, like, hey man, like, no, why do you do that? He was like, you my friend, I'll never let nothing happen to you. And he's always been that way. So I can't agree with what you're saying. I can't agree with the fact that you trying to say that Black men can't have meaningful, faithful relationships, because I know too many Black men that do have meaningful, faithful relationships. So I can't agree with that level of stupidity. I think that she should have said that the niggas she know don't know how to have meaning. Like, you should have put a cap on that, sis. You can't speak for all Black men. First of all, you can't speak for a man at all. Let's just call it what it is. Women have no business trying to speak for men. No business whatsoever. But the fact that she chose to sit in that seat, she needed to put a cap on it. The men she messed with, the decisions that she made, ain't shit. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that she has confidence in herself. I really think. I don't know if it's childhood or maybe past relationships. Maybe her weight is a factor in her self-esteem, but it doesn't seem like she happy. And anytime she gets a chance, she gonna bash a Black man, which leads me to believe that either she got some deep-seated trauma in her pertaining to a Black man, which you cannot hold all Black men accountable for the things that some Black men have done, or she getting paid to show Black men. Them are the only two things I can think of. You be the judge of that. Rebecca, how can the folks reach you?
They can reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Q1502. They can also reach me at Facebook at Arthur R. Quarles, Quarles. Those are the only platforms I have right now. That's how they can reach me.
And your books, madam. The books.
The books can be on blah blah blah. LULU.
Lulu. Is that a Chinese rice house?
Shut up, nigga. At Lulu.com.
Lulu's Fried Rice and Publishing. That's where you gotta go get these books at.
Right. Or they can also reach me at Amazon.com. They can reach my books at Amazon.com.
They be like, yeah, let me get a whole order of special fried rice, and I need 500 of these books published.
Can I get a whole order of chicken fried rice with egg fouillon gravy, a special St. Paul, and can I also get, that Betrayal of the Heart Spiritual Betrayal series? Thank you so much. I see it up there. Looks like you got about 2 left. Hold the duck sauce.
Oh, so you want the fried rice?
Right.
No, hold up. That's the Mexican voice. Hold on. So you want the fried rice?
Right.
You want a whole fried rice?
Right.
And you want the spiritual betrayal? He was like, yeah, let me get that book right there. I'm talking about like me and my girl went to China one time, and this dude talking about some. He was having a whole like separate side conversation with another Black person. And the nigga decided to jump in, and he wasn't making no sense. Like, I don't understand. We human. We all human. You human. We human. I don't get it. I was like, first of all, motherfucker, you talking to us from behind the counter. Like, We're not the same. You ain't patronizing none of our businesses, nigga.
Right.
You right, we are human, but we ain't the same, Mr. White.
Not at all.
Me and Cass was just sitting there like, huh? What? Where does this shit come from?
Man.
Like, where did that come from? He just wanted to feel special. Just wanted to be in I could be in a black person's conversation. I don't even know what the hell going on.
Okay. Why you just sitting there looking like that?
Because you making all noise on the microphone.
It's loud.
It is loud, G. Rebecca is opening up her late Christmas birthday gift presents. It's February. She just now birthday present on the 2nd of January.
Pretty much. So my mailbox is broken. And United States Postal Service said they won't deliver any mail until they fix it. But they delivered my books today. And I ordered these journals from this black-owned company. Do you know who Buffy the Body is by any chance?
She was a video vixen.
She was. She has a company that's well-known called Brick Built. She sells a lot of workout clothes, workout stuff, because working out is her passion. She's also very good with her hands. That's supposed to be like repurposing furniture and all types of stuff.
Oh,
but anyway,
okay. I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah, she sells a lot of bathroom furniture and stuff like that. But she also sells these Black Girl Magic journals. And I purchased 2 of them. Why black people got it? They make sure. At least they're cute. At least they make sure your stuff is secure. Nigga, this is a whole workout. But
Rebecca is doing a unboxing for the first time on the Social Kind of St. Louis podcast. We're doing an unboxing of a black-owned product. Stay tuned.
Jesus.
They got 30 years worth of bubble wrap on that joint. And it's still wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, damn it.
Damn, Becky.
I ain't never worked this hard.
You all right there, son?
Oh, gosh. That was a lot of work.
That's a whole workout. Shit, hit the locker room.
Man, she made sure nothing happened to these joints. Can't be mad at her for that.
Hurricane Katrina can't fuck with that shit.
This is cute. You see this?
Yeah, that's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah. God damn it. And they individually wrapped. Nigga, I'm tired. It took all the energy. Really got energy these days doing VST.
I'll set up for the cameras. No. Baby.
Yep.
Come here, please. I want you to see these journals. What are they, nigga?
Yeah, journals.
Yeah, these like journals.
I'm home.
Oh, it ain't like I'm not broke. Like I'm just
regardless.
Oh, okay. Scoop. All right.
Bro, sit down, nigga.
Thank you.
Yes. So
I can't see you, so if you want to, I can't tell if you want to see these or not.
yes, I need. See, I wanted to show those to Kathy. That's why.
I can't see if you can see this because I can't see you.
Yeah. Go up some. Perfect, right there. You like it?
It's okay. I'm saying.
I thought you might like it. I think it's cute. I think it's quite awesome, as a matter of fact.
I'm saying, what is it?
It's like a journal, right?
Wow.
Yes, it's a journal. They're sold by a black-owned company called
I think it's by Buffy the Body, ain't it?
It is. That is correct. This one says my life is a message, and this one says relax, unwind, rights. So,
Well, you know, that's what happens. Tend to accumulate.
Oh
when
no!
you're in the
Wait till I
house.
drag it in here and ask you to lift it up.
Oh Lord.
Because what's in it? Nail polish and old jewelry.
All right. Well, what is my Instagram handle? The Overweight Lover. The Overweight Lover. Letter D. OVR. WEIGHT LVR. Facebook. It's David Landrum. No. David Landrum's my main page. David Landrum's my backup page. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Moorlawn St. Louis. And we'll holler at you next time.
bye.
Adios, nigga. I'll let you later.
Lift it up.